obviously everything that you think about sharks is going through your mind, so you know, you might hear the Jaws music playing in your head and getting a little bit nervous about it. We were going across towards Campobello Island, just coming in by the lighthouse, and that's when we saw the shark. We were motoring along, we were going down to a spot that I commonly like to fish. All of a sudden I saw the shark fin roll over. It sort of rolled completely over from one side to the other, and I could see all the fins come up in the air. So I said, oh wow, that looks like a big shark.
There is something about Passamaquoddy that is special for the white sharks and their courtship and mating. Very high probability of that. We talked about dividing Passamaquoddy Bay into 10 different regions and then getting the word out for people if they had a vessel, or more importantly in some ways a drone or access to an elevated perspective, that we would have people go out at their convenience and then more importantly report back in about where did they go, when did they go, what types of interactions or observations did they have with seals or whales or porpoises, which are important things for white sharks for feeding, and then whether or not they saw any white sharks. So they use WhatsApp as a community and they are communicating with each other, and I gave them some advice about kind of how to report in a standard way.
For us, it was really important to understand the current state of the bay. It's a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to revitalizing the bay, bringing back species, restoration. We first have to understand what has happened, so we need to look back, and also what's currently going on. So Shark Week actually fills a big part of that puzzle as well. What are the sharks doing? Even just knowing where the sharks are mating, where they're feeding, can give us a lot of information on what other species might even be present.
Holy he's huge!
Holy and he big.
And I've seen sharks before, but usually it's just a glimpse and the fin's small. And this fin was massive. I said, well, that must be a basking shark. And I've only actually seen 2 in my life. And I said, I'll get 100 yards in front of it and let it swim by us. And when I did, it turned at me. Weird, it kept picking up speed, a little faster, the fin went down. And then I got half nervous. And I said, that's picking up speed. And I started the motor, clung to it, and it turned sideways and looked at me, and I said, that is a big shark.
Well, right now we're between Deer Island and Letite on the mainland, and it's one of the zones in the Passamaquoddy Bay Great White Shark Survey.
Have you seen anything interesting so far?
Oh, there's always something interesting. I've seen a lot of seals, I've seen a minke whale, bald eagles, all kinds of things going on around here. There's always something to see.
The only reports that have come in about sharks that were coming in from Ron Fournier, the helicopter pilot, he has seen not just one, but groups of white sharks, or groups of large sharks. He can't tell if they're white sharks from that height. And in one case, one massive shark off of Minister's Island that took a seal while he was watching.
We were flying by and we went by Campobello Island and we saw what looked like 2 black shadows that looked just like sharks that you see on TV. So we kind of did a quick recce turn to make sure and confirm, and it looked like, if I had to guess, they were maybe 5 or 8 feet underwater.
I think that we live in such a unique place where we have the marine life around us, and a lot of it goes undocumented, you know. I think it's a great opportunity to sort of showcase, you know, we do have an ecosystem here that's constantly changing. We've got the white sharks coming in, and now obviously people are starting to see them a bit more than maybe they ever did. I spent a lot of summers out here on the water, and to see something like that up close is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.